How we doing, everyone? Nathan back with our Showdown Live, and I'm back once again with this dope Reuniclus team. I feel like we just barely scratched the surface with it last time. I felt like last time was just a little taste of what this incredible rain offense can provide. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going with it right here. Also, I'm a little bit lazy. I didn't update my team since yesterday, but I'm eager to see how much further we can climb with this. I'm gonna try lots of different Reuniclus teams out. Once I get to a somewhat decent place in the ladder, I'm sure I'll end up building my own teams. But for now, we're lazy. Let's embrace it. Let's embrace the laziness while we're playing an easy rain team. No disrespect meant to rain players, of course. Maybe a little bit disrespect. I should stop talking. I should stop talking here. In terms of lead matchup, we're jumping right into it. This Rillaboom is gonna be really nasty for us. We gotta keep our Tornadus and our Ferrothorn healthy. If it's a Swords Dance Rillaboom, Tornadus is all the more important. Hurricane, if we end up getting a bad miss with it on a knockoff, you know, a Swords Dance Rillaboom does like the 66% to Tornadus in that situation. So anyways, gotta keep it careful, gotta keep it nice and healthy. Pelipper as a lead though isn't bad, because the fact is if you're running a Shuckle, it's probably a hyper offense lead Shuckle, going for webs, going for stuff like that. And this is an important matchup that any rain player should know. And I do not, kind of in theme with my matchup video that I put out recently, but I genuinely don't know if we can 2-hit KO a Shuckle with our Pelipper in the rain. That's a good question. Not quite, we're just about there, but not quite. Now if I go to a Barraskewda first, is it like can I do a flip turn into it? That seems like a good play to me. We get this out, we get the Shuckle, I get the flip turn, we get it to a KO, we get the rain up. We actually get an extra turn of rain by doing this process instead of attacking with the Pelipper. We keep up rain for one more turn. They could realize this and probably get a pretty comfortable swap to the Rillaboom going, but I guarantee they just go for some quick... Oh, I misclicked. Oh my gosh, I just panicked and clicked the button. Well, I wonder if they're Taunt and Mental Herb. I guess we'll find out. Ooh, they get this off. Are they gonna let us a full hazard of spikes here? It's not even my worst trade in my opinion. Maybe a Leech Seed, and then I can swap into my Pelipper safely afterwards. Although Infestation is gonna keep us locked in. Okay, you do you. We'll keep our health nice and high. Hopefully Gyro Ball Revenge kills at this point. I mean, it doesn't really matter. That's gonna see a free setup to their Cinderace. Cinderace, to my knowledge, is completely walled by Pelipper. They go to Spectre. Bold of them to assume that I'm not knockoff. I mean, this thing does not have much def. I'm not even gonna calc this. I'm just that. I shouldn't calc. We should calc it. Hold on. Let's not get too crazy here. I gotta make sure if they can 2-hit KO us and we can't do that in return, then this will be a pretty lousy showing. And I'm gonna assume we're 0 Spidef. We probably have a little bit of Spidef, but let's just make an assumption here. Shadow Ball is barely a 2-hit KO, but after we knock off their specs, it won't be a 2-hit KO, so that's fine. I'm okay staying in here. This is a great win condition for them. They are sub CM, it looks like. No, there were specs that went for a Wisp in that situation. I played right into their hands. That's what I did. I love to Leech Seed if they just start blasting with a Wisp. In fact, I've mentioned early on that this is a big threat for this whole team in general. I don't have to worry too much as long as I don't let the substitute go up. Okay, they do Hex. That's a relief. Now I can go to this. I can probably make a swap this turn. I see, again, if this is a Swords Dance Rillaboom, we're actually in a little bit of a pickle. What's our play? Barraskewda is faster in the rain. I can go to Pelipper. I think it takes 1 Wisp. I don't know. This is kind of just a bad health calc. I bet it takes 60% here. I'll probably die after rocks after this. Oh, we just barely live. And with the Leech Seed, with the young Leech Seed, that's excellent. I gotta imagine Toad is fine here. Is it faster? If it's not Scarf, it should be faster. Oh, it's close though. It's only with the webs, it's a net 1 boost on it. So let's spending a little bit more time in the calc than I'd normally like to here, but this is an interesting one. I'm +1 for all intents and purposes. We're faster. Okay, I'm glad I checked that because I wouldn't know otherwise. Seismitoad should be pretty safe. I don't know. As I said before, I'm always in a pickle with Seismitoad because I don't have a good idea of its head calcs, right? I feel like a defensive Seismitoad would have eaten that easily, but an offensive one, I'm really lost out here. But hey, we'll go for the Scald right now as they are faster than us. Oh, it's not a max speed. We're not max speed. Come on, Seismitoad, you should know better. How could you embarrass me like that, Seismitoad? I put myself out there for you, Seismitoad. Come on, man. You can't be doing that to me. Unbelievably rude. We gotta go Barraskewda. There's no other play to be made. We are faster. That was a Swift Swim Seismitoad. Man, that was humiliating. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen now. There we go. That's the stream screen. Flip turn seems like the best bet here. I don't want to give a free Rillaboom swap in afterwards. Damn tempted to go to Crawdaunt. But I think I go to Reuniclus. I sack my Ferrothorn to the Crawdaunt. Because, like, again, I want to bait in this Crawdaunt, I believe. Man, things are a little bit dicier than I would like with that Seismitoad gone. I thought I'd do at least a little bit more work. Yeah, so we wanted the Crawdaunt here. That was my hope. I'm now in the point where I'm over calcing, but I'm just genuinely curious at this point for our Reuniclus' sake here, how it would match up with its Thunder against this. I can't imagine it survives a Crawdaunt knockoff. I cannot imagine, but I want to check. Yeah, there's simply no way. I don't know where my head was at there, but I was just curious. If they Swords Dance, I'll be livid. I'll be furious. Be beside myself, but they crunch instead of knocking off, actually. Okay, that's fine, because now we can go to our Tornadus or Barraskewda. Tornadus or Barraskewda? I think Tornadus probably takes about 50% from an Aqua Jet. Or they could even be banded, in which case it's just a completely free Hurricane. Let's do that. This is, again, with the Ferrothorn gone now, this Tornadus could not be more important. Rillaboom could definitely do a number on us if I'm not careful. Okay, 25% there, that's fine. Let's go Reuniclus. They might knock off. I'm hoping to get a... I wonder if we live a Swords Dance. That's definitely banded. Another live where it's looking like Reuniclus does not do much. Not in love with that. I'm actually shocked they went for just a Grassy Glide on the Tornadus there. Overcalking, it's happening. I'm becoming my own worst fear and overcalking everything, but I'm just curious how much we take from this. If I can just swap in and still preserve the Reuniclus here. Probably doesn't matter, but yeah, no, I don't want to swap into my Tornadus here. I can't believe they just did the Grassy Glide there. That's a crazy play. But yeah, this is gonna die. I'll go to Pelipper, I'll sack it, and Tornadus and Barraskewda should be able to clean it up afterwards. And we're out of time, so I'm wasting too much time here. I'll Psychic on the off chance they miss a 100% accurate move, which they do not. But then we go out to Pelipper here. Pelipper, take your licks. Do I want to defog? Not really. Barraskewda should be faster than everything. Barraskewda is like essentially +1 right now. And Barraskewda actually outside of Webs is already faster than all of these Pokemon unboosted. But with the Swift Swim, which is again, it's a net +1 to its speed, -1 for the Sticky Webs, +2 for the Swift Swim. It's fine. Now I go Tornadus here. Probably just click Hurricane 3 times. They insist on sacking their Pokemon, but that's fine. We kept Tornadus alive for this very reason. Landorus Therian comes in right now. Oh man, now I gotta know if my Barraskewda can get Sucker Punched. Barraskewda versus Cinderace. Offensive Pivot will plug in the Sucker Punch because I am not so sure. 60 to 70, and if it comes in, it'll be at 75, so it should be fine. So I can go for this right now. I don't even know if they can knock us out. Rock Tomb does actually knock us out. That's a bit of a surprise to me. But we're still faster than everything. Even if this thing's scarfed, we're faster. And I just liquidate twice for the win. Oh, the Life Orb might do it for us. Oh, it's a roll now. If they've got Sucker Punch. Oh, it's a roll. So I just want to know what the percentage is before. I should just die, actually. I think it's over. What a choke. Oh, what a choke. I can't believe I'm like this low on the ladder and we choked it. Oh, that's... Oh... Cancel the live. Cancel the live. Scrub the VOD. Scrub the VOD. We can't put this out. Oh man, the Life Orb is what did me in. You know, I've been talking about this a lot lately. I think my #1 problem as a player is I rely a lot on making plans for the end game. I think any good player should. But my biggest problem personally is that I have a concrete game game plan for the end game, and I'm just like one bit off. Like I'll have a situation like that, and the Landorus Intimidate is what does me in, and my calc is off. Or, you know, one little thing, or I'll forget, you know, that Ghost resist bug typing in the end game and things like that. So that's an example of it right there. My biggest flaw as a player is I always do that to myself, and it's so frustrating when I do. Don't see a terrible matchup here for Pelipper to lead off with. If we get Clefable, I'm not going to risk a possible crazy Thunderbolts. Ferrothorn should be fine. Even if they have Flamethrower, we should be safe for one hit in the rain. As a Toxic, that's okay with us. Oh my gosh, I'm still so upset about that. I can't believe I did that to myself. We'll go for Spikes here as they go for Moltres. I'm tempted to knock off, but I really could. I'm kind of safe. But I'll go to Toad here. But yeah, food for thought. That's just one of those things where the only thing I can do to improve that is just learn more about the game. As I myself improve and learn more knowledge and stuff like that, it's something I'll only get better at, but I'll be damned if it isn't frustrating in the meantime. But enough dwelling on the past. We got to beat this Moltres right now. This is low ladder, so I'm going to go for an under prediction and Scald right now. We do go to Clefable. Let's see if it's physical. Okay, well, I was going to see if it's physical or specially defensive based on how much damage it takes. I can follow up with a Sludge Bomb, or I could just die to a crit. That works for us too. We got a Ferrothorn here. Let's not be crazy and risk anything here, and we'll go to Tornadus, I guess. This is a more offensive move in my opinion. I believe Nasty Plot into a Focus Blast nets to KO. I believe we'll get knocked off here as a Leech Seed. Should be fine. Assuming we hit this Focus Blast, they could protect right now. They really could protect, or they could die. That's fine. That works too. They don't really have a good answer right now. Blissey, I believe, it's kind of to it KO by the Focus Blast, but we get the Leech Seed, we got all kinds of stuff, so I'll just U-turn straight out. I think, again, we ran into a full Spit F Blissey before yesterday. I think that's it again, unless I'm mistaken. So let's go to our, honestly, Ferrothorn. I bet Ferrothorn's knockoff does another 40% right now. Let's watch. 40%, baby. Give it to me right now. 40%. 62 crit, not far. Yeah, Blissey's dead on the next spikes. That's pretty nice. Just get Reuniclus. I was thinking about getting sassy with a little bit of a knockoff there, but we got a Reuniclus here. Let's not be silly about this. Psychic is fine here. The 67 to Moltres, my word. I think a Thunder, which covers literally everything, assuming it hits, which is a big assumption to be fair. But it should be a 2 KO on Mandibuzz, or this attack the Moltres, and we get away with this with a win. Yeah, Blissey's dead. Salazzle we wall, and they forfeit. Okay, kind of redeemed myself a little bit. It's pretty, and Reuniclus does something which is nice, but I gotta shake it off. I can't refer to the game. I can't refer to what happened in game 1. We never talk about what happened in game 1. We're game 3 people. Game 3 is where I shine, especially if we're against essentially Mono Dragon with their buddies Kartana and Frostlass here. Now Frostlass goes for Spikes and Freeze. Oh, I'm in the wrong scene again. This is my streamer brain being stupid. But here we go. Frostlass, when it doesn't lead, sets up Spikes with the Focus Sash. It's very fast too, so it's a good at getting that off. They can taunt the opponent to deny their hazards, and then they go for a Destiny Bond to try to pull the opponent with them at the end. It's a very effective set. However, a good way to beat it is do this. Oh, they go Garchomp. My word, I was expecting Frostlass. Maybe it's an offensive Frostlass and not a lead Frostlass. Well, these things don't often carry Stone Edge, and I can handle a Scale Shot, so this might be needlessly cocky. I'm just worried about a Sash. Okay, the Dragon Claw, so we were safe here. And their Sandveil, food for thought. I don't think they have an answer for this liquidation. I believe Garchomp just gets smoked. I flip turn, or do I calc it like any self-respecting Pokemon content creator should do? Definitely the latter. I'll do the tank set just for curiosity's sake. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and we're in rain, and it's doing not enough to kill. So, well, I can also compare it to the Pelipper though. So Pelipper's U-turn did 7%, and if we're looking at that, and then we go back to Barraskewda, and we're still in the rain, Liquidate is still not even a very favorable roll for us, so I'll flip turn. Just get that good chip. And if it did 64, is that the right call? Maybe, that was on the higher end. I'm just curious. I'm gonna guess there's no defensive investment. And then Liquidate was still a little bit dicey, so I'm okay with this. Toad takes 1, but again, I'm being a little bit too cavalier with it lately. I think Ferrothorn's fine as long as we're not in. If they Sword Dance right now, I'd be losing my mind. I think Ferrothorn's fine as long as we're in the rain. You'd be surprised how many elite Garchomps run Fire Blast. It's a surprisingly effective set for catching these Ferrothorns, or even Skarmories or Corviknights, things like that. But in the rain, we should be very safe. Even outside of rain, it's a 2-hit KO. My biggest fear would be getting smoked by a Swords Dance into Earthquake. But they're just gonna start blasting. Fair enough. I'll do this. Now we're back up to 50%. We're still walling all kinds of dragons with this Ferrothorn, and then I'll even get a little bit cocky and go to my Pelipper. Get a bit of just that good 5%. Let's get that 5% back. That 5% you got, I want it. Give it to me. As they go to D-Knight instead. Okay, so this double switch is looking dumb. Again, though, I don't think they've got anything to beat us. They could be banded, but this U-turn is gonna be great because it's gonna break their multi-scale. And now I can go to my Reuniclus? Reuniclus. Barraskewda doesn't do great against Dragonite. Seismith doesn't do great versus Dragonite. This is in this original version of this team, it was a Specs Tapu Koko who would be wonderful here, but we do not have that, of course. I could go to Tornadus, it would probably take 1, and Hurricane would be okay, but or I could go to Ferrothorn. Again, I think I take even a Fire Punch in the rain, unless I'm mistaken. But we got a Reuniclus here. We'll Trick Room. I'll get off a Psychic afterwards. Might not KO. But they're definitely heavy duty boots, and they're not leftovers. So we're fine to do this. Does a ton. That's probably adamant. Do I go for a Thunder or a Psychic? Thunder has the chance of a Paralyze, but I don't care about a Paralyze and Trick Room. That actually helps them. So I'll Psychic here. Then afterwards, I can Revenge Kill with Tornadus is probably my thought here. I could Gyro Ball with Ferrothorn. Yeah, and if they're Thunder Punch, I don't think they're even running anything that can beat the Ferrothorn to begin with. I think Gyro Ball kills. Yeah, untraditional way of doing that. Again, this is the most ramshackle thrown together team in the world. Pairing Trick Room with 2 Swift Swim users is pretty whack. Let's call it what it is. It's whack. But I like Reuniclus. I just wanted to slot it in. I think it's good as a cleaner, or in kind of panic situations like that where you need a bulky Pokemon to go to in those sort of scenarios. I think it's good as a job. What's this dude gonna click here? I got a Pelipper and it dies. It's not the end of the world. I still got 8 turns, but I think Pelipper should be safe to begin with.
I wouldn't joke about anything else that
Okay. I see you. I see you. Go to Tornadus. Tornadus takes the Solar Beam pretty well. Fire moves are doing nothing in this weather. Their Life Orb. Yeah, we're okay with that. Let's go for the young Hurricane, I guess. With the Spike Up 2, Frostlass can't do Focus Sash shenanigans against us too. And if we outspeed the Frostlass, which for example our Tornadus does, then we can just beat them straight up before any Destiny Bond enters the Conundrum. Imagine if they had like a Scarf Destiny Bond. That would be a hell of a tech. I'd love to see that. It's like a Pokemon that just runs in and goes, "Get down, Mr. President," and gets smoked with a Destiny Bond and dies. That's what I want to see. That's the set I want to see. Like who would be a funny Scarf Destiny Bonder? Destiny Bond, Smogon. I got it. Our opponent's patiently waiting for a turn here, but I gotta see this. Would be the best. Yeah, a Scarf Gengar with a Destiny Bond as a 4th move instead of coverage. That'd be pretty funny. You come in and you just get pumped instantly and take out their Pokemon. I love that. Like you come in on like a Powdon. Your opponent's like, why are they doing this? This makes no sense. I'm just gonna Earthquake them for the KO. Oh no, Destiny Bond. Okay, Hurricane. I don't think they have anything to threaten us. Maybe a Spectraco Meteor. I'm probably not giving Spectraco Meteor the respect it deserves. If they rip a Dragon Dance, I'd be livid. It was what I was going to say there, everyone. Is Knockoff or Gyro Ball better? I think Gyro Ball is optimal, but apparently I can't, you know, tie my own shoes without the calculator today. I'm just one of those days. I try to. It's like breaking the seal. I try not to get into it because once I do, it's just my whole day. It looks like it's a calc day. No, it's not the right set. It's not the right set. Do Dragon Dance. And they're at +1. They're at +1. I believe Gyro Ball is just like stealing their lunch money. I don't know why I calc this is I should have just gone with my gut here. It's only doing 60 to 70, huh? That's surprising. I might as well knock off then, especially if they're running Life Orb. The question is actually, this might be a ridiculous play, but if they Phantom Force, this is genius. Okay, we both make ridiculous plays if that's the case. I genuinely expected a Phantom Force there. Maybe they just need that crucial 6% net chip on me before they could Oko me. Or they just rip another Dragon Dance. Dragon Fang, Dragon Dance, Dragon Pulse. Say that 10 times fast. What technology they're revealing right now? Okay, I think we're still completely fine. I'll just get a little bit of health back, just that little bit of chip. Keep that Ferrothorn about 50%. That's the money zone right there. 54. That's what I'd like to see. Still walling that Garchomp. Kartana, we're swapping it on a Leaf Blade, easy peasy. Yeah, I think we're gonna take this one. I'm probably gonna end the live there as they forfeit. I was hoping for like a little bit more minutes of juicy content. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. I can afford one more, especially after that game one. I don't want to talk about game one. Why do I keep bringing it up? On to game 5. Who's counting? We come against Stall, actually. Stall is going to make this an easy thumbnail for me. There's content creators on Pokemon. There's nothing they love seeing better than Stall, where they can go, oh, Reuniclus 6-0 Stall in Pokemon. Unbelievable, blah, blah, blah. We love to see it. But genuinely, all jokes aside, it's got a fantastic matchup here. Focus Blast is creating there for Aerothorn. Hippowdon is getting smoked by the Psychic. Corviknight's getting smoked by the Thunderbolt. If it had Recover instead of Trick Room, it would maybe even 6-0 our opponent, like no exaggeration. It's of course a fantastic Toxapex swap in. Clefable, if it's Fizdef, which a lot of them are still, even after their Shifu ban. Psychic is a nuked in that case. So Reuniclus, I don't think I'll be able to 6-0 them like I would wish for in the thumbnail, but it's still got a wonderful matchup. In fact, I'm going to lead with it because if I'm my opponent, I'm doing Ferrothorn to get a good starting matchup against the Pelipper. So in that case, Tornadus is the best. And Tornadus I can still pivot on if I guess wrong. Okay, and I do guess wrong. But I could even get focused flat. I could nasty plot and really just go to work here. I think it Focus Blasts. Or do I just U-turn and go straight to Reuniclus on the Stealth Rocks? Oh, it's one of those days. It's one of those days where we're in the calc and Tornadus Therian. Nasty plot versus if I get a +2 nasty plot, Focus Blast can Oko this thing, then yeah, that's my play. But okay, Hurricane can. It's Hurricane, I forget, is it? It's only it's still 70% in the sand. It's only reduced to 50% accuracy in Sunny Day. Just a little bit weird, but we got to take it. So we're at +2. If I nasty plot here, we're probably Okoing this Hippowdon. Why not? Because I think they're going for Stealth Rocks right now. Toxic hurts us for sure, but Blissey, I believe, is 2 KO'd. No, it's only Life Orb. Go to Blissey, that's fine. Do I do it again? If they get confused, I'm going for another nasty plot. If they don't, I'll U-turn out. 28, another full speed def Blissey. Why is everyone running this? Why is this sweeping the ladder right now? Again, this is the weirdest thought, but I'm just going for the knockoff right now. I'll knock off here. Sometimes you run into teams like this and they're running like kind of pseudo stall where they'll run 6 defensive mons and they'll do like funky sets on them, like a Calm Mind Clefable or Cosmic Power Clefable and a banded Merciless Toxapex, stuff like that. It seems like a weird thing, but in low ladder I've run into that quite a bit actually. I bet they go to Corviknight right now. I bet they teleport though, so there's no point in me doing anything but I wonder how much Gyro Ball does, just out of curiosity. They go straight to Corviknight, so maybe they don't have teleport. That's fine. Do I knock off its leftovers? I think I do, honestly. And when you're playing install, stripping them of their items is really important. They do this. Okay, Leech Seed, if they substitute, this will be very lousy for us, but if I hit this Leech Seed, the Corviknight becomes immediately less threatening. And then I can go to Reuniclus, which should be fine. I can still Thunder, I believe. They bulk up again. They're getting real greedy with it. As they body press, they don't even have Brave Birds, so this is going to completely destroy them. There goes their Defogger as far as I know. So now if we get Spikes up, we just completely destroy our opponent. I don't want to be too self-satisfied, but beating Stall is really that simple. You just... well, it's not that simple. They shouldn't... The fact is, I'm not going to be too patting myself on the back here. They shouldn't have sacked their Defogger when their whole team is this weak to hazards. I guess Clefable isn't weak to hazards, but everyone else is taking 25% now in every swap. And what's the point of Stall? You want to be swapping very often. You want to always having the best matchup against your opponent and using defensive Pokemon that can exploit that as well as possible. So they're really opening themselves up here. I'm going for knockoff. I'm stripping you of all of your items. I'm taking it all. I'll Leech Seed here to give ourselves a good Reuniclus swap in afterwards. Again, Reuniclus kind of 6-0s our opponent. You know what, now that I've gotten this up, maybe I just go for a 6-0 with Reuniclus. Maybe I should try, despite not having Recover, I try for this Reuniclus 6-0. That'd be pretty impressive. Challenge myself. Get a Ferrothorn here. And Ferrothorn I don't want to eat a knockoff with. Not on this Reuniclus. If I want to 6-0 my opponent, I need to keep the Ferrothorn nice and happy. Ferrothorn comes in on another knockoff. Yeah, I'm not letting you get my Reuniclus like that, my dude. Ferrothorn's actually a problem for this team in general. It's weird to say that Reuniclus is your best matchup against it. What do they got? I don't think they have spikes, which again is weird. No, they must have spikes. They must have spikes. They must be going for it right now. In which case, I go to my... the best play is going for a... There's no way to go for Power Whip right now. Okay. They kind of get me. I want a close combat, but I don't think I'll do it without the choice band. So I gotta swap out. Let's go to Tornadus here. I'm kind of misplaying this. Let's call it what it is. I'm kind of misplaying this. I'll Focus Blast. Blissey is taking like 50% all told between this and the spikes. Despite heavy duty boots, Blissey is so good. It did get knocked up regardless. U-turn's doing 25% too, so as they heal, I get a great situation here. I'll go to Barraskewda. Now I can go for close combat. If they like Thunder Wave right now, I'm gonna lose my mind, but they don't. I can close combat here. No real comfortable swapping, I guess, besides Toxapex. If they Toxapex, I can flip turn afterwards now that I'm no longer choice banded. So we're fine there. I did want to make this a 6-0 with Reuniclus, but I frankly don't know if that's possible. This is a Rocky Helmet. Don't be Rocky Helmet. Okay, good. Barraskewda is still healthy. Can still come in several times now. Psychic Fang's not going to do it, so I'll flip turn back out here. Looks like it's max Fizdef. Reuniclus is the ultimate Toxapex swap in, so I'm going to this every time right here. They get the burn. That doesn't really matter to us. Do I make a read on the Blissey with the Focus Blast? With the Life Orb. It might, I think 2 Focus Blasts might do it. Let's live a little. Let's shoot for this Reuniclus 6-0. Well, c'est la vie. Let's see if it does 50%. Let's pressure them. Let's get that pressure. Not even close. We need the Spadef drop. Unfortunate. I'm probably going to turn this every time here. They can't paralyze us. This is still fine. Yes, or Barraskewda, but it's getting chipped at this rate too. Go for Stealth Rock still. Nasty plot here. Do they go for a Seismic Toss? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not doing enough on this. I'm swapping out actually. I'm playing it safe. We're not out of the woods. I'm not playing it wonderfully. 6% on Clefable. I think that means it's Fizdef. So I think Reuniclus is fine. I'll go for a Psychic. Genuinely, despite all my patting myself on the back, I think the best play at this point is to get a is to drain all these turns on the Blissey, because my only physical attacker on this team is the Barraskewda, and Barraskewda is not coming in too comfortably, and they can still go to their Toxapex and their Ferrothorn fine on my Barraskewda to begin with. So I'm not trying to get lots of situations in with my Barraskewda against Blissey, because that's just, then we're kind of dire straits. Yeah, that's doing a lot to you, dude. You can no longer teleport. The question is Reuniclus' health, because it's the one that's swapping in on this Toxapex and Clefable all the time here. Do they go for knockoff here? If they're Protect Wish, I don't think they're knockoff. I think they're probably Protect Wish, Moonblast, and maybe Thunder Wave. They're not the Rocker. Maybe they got knockoff. They could have knockoff. They could have Calm Minds too. What did they used to run back then? I genuinely don't remember pre-DLC the famous Wish past Clef what they used to run. Also, it's worth noting that if I get a Spadef drop on this Blissey, we're in business, but so be it. I'll go to this one again. You can get this a little bit more health here. U-turn out. The fact that U-turn is doing 25% on this Blissey every time is very nice, though. Don't get me wrong. That's putting a lot more pressure on this thing. There's a reason why you run max Fizdef on Blissey. Got Thunder Wave. I guess Toad's fine. I can hit the Rocks finally. Rocks will just be putting even more pressure on everyone here. Still can't believe they sacked their Corviknight. Given how I'm kind of playing this so far, if Corviknight was alive and well and kicking and defogging, we'd be in some trouble. I actually, like, personally speaking, when I'm playing stall, they go to Toxapex now. Okay. When I'm playing stall, I like to have a spinner if possible, because that way you can keep up your own hazards and you're not defogging away your own hazards. You're constantly getting all these this momentum that way. But that's fine. We'll get a Ferrothorn here on. Did they got the Power Whip? Doesn't matter. We'll never know. And they forfeit. Reuniclus 6-0 stall. I can't believe it. Unbeatable. Best Pokemon, make it OU. Oh, I keep going to this screen. What's wrong with me? But yeah, that's going to do it for me today. I said this was the last one. Of course, we get stalled in the last one. I wanted a quick one. We get a 10-minute one to end the video. But I hope you all enjoyed. That's going to do it for me today. Hopefully, we get some more success when we're laddering with the top 500 Reuniclus. Thanks again. See you next time.